Hi guys, you're welcome back to the channel. So on today's tutorial, we're going to be making this trending handkerchief skirt with this beautiful top. It's a two-piece set, and this video by the side was actually the inspiration for this particular tutorial. So if this is something you're interested in, please do not forget to keep watching this video to the end. And if it's your first time you are coming across my channel or any of my videos, you are very much welcome, and please do not forget to subscribe to this channel and turn on your notification bell so that you get notified whenever we upload new tutorials. So you are very much welcome, and let's get into this tutorial. Thank you. So guys, these are the fabric we are going to be making use of. So for this particular skirt, I'm going to be needing an elastic. So for this elastic, I'm going to be using for the waistband for the skirt. So you're going to be needing a matching thread, and I'll also be needing an elastic thread for the top, that for the upper part of the dress. I'm using an elastic thread, which is smoky thread. Now these are the fabric we are going to be making use for. Now this is a crepe fabric, and I have a total of 2 yards of this crepe fabric. I'm going to be using it for the skirt part, that is the longer part of the skirt. Then I also have 2.5 yards of this African print. I'm going to be using it mostly for the upper part and the second layer of the skirt. So but if you are going to be making use of only African print for your skirt, I will advise you make use of 4 yards. But you're going to be making the top and the skirt, you should just budget to make use of 5 yards of fabric. Now we are going to be starting to cut. We are going to go ahead to start to cut the skirt part. Now this is my yardage part of my crepe fabric, and this is the length of the crepe fabric. So this crepe fabric is 60 inches in the length. Now I'll be showing you something else. Now the African print, so I'll just open this African print, so I'll be showing you. So this African print, this is the yardage part, and this is the length part. So you know that African print is 45 inches by length. So if you want to achieve a long flay, like a long flay, this 45 inches cannot give you that. So what you are going to be doing, you are going to go ahead and add extra fabric at this part, at this yardage part. You're going to add extra fabric there, making it, when you decide to take the length of the fabric again, you are going to be having 60 or whatever desired length that you want. You just go ahead and add extra fabric to it to be able to get the desired length that you want. Now this my crepe fabric is 60 inches by length, so I'll go ahead and fold it into two. That is the yardage wise, I'm folding it into two, and I'll just go ahead and arrange it. So you can see this is my yardage part that I fold into two. So when I measure it, I'm going to be having 36 inches, which automatically it is 1 yard. If you look at it, I'll fold that 2 yards into two. So I'm having 36 inches. Then I'll go ahead and fold it up again like this, as you can see me doing. And I will just go ahead and arrange it very well. Now go ahead and fold it again. Now you are having a 4 fold. So I'll go ahead and measure that part. So what I'm having there is 30 inches. That means I've folded the yardage, the length part, that is the length of this particular fabric, into two. Now I'm having half of it. Now we are just going to be folding this in such a way that we are cutting a 360-degree flay. That is the idea. You can see all the parts that are folded and the part that are open. So I'll just go ahead and arrange this piece so that it will be easier for me to place my tape and cord. Now the next thing we are going to be doing is to calculate the circumference of the waist. Now if you are going to be making use of a zip for this skirt, just go ahead and divide your waist by 6.28. But if you're going to be making use of an elastic, you'll be advised to divide both your hip circumference by 6.28. That is just a standard way of dividing a circumference of a flay. So for mine, I'm making use of my hip circumference for this waist part. So I divided my hip circumference I divided by 6.28, and what I was getting was 6.3 something. So I just decided to make it 6.5. So what I'm marking for my circumference of my waist is 6.5. My waist, my hip is 40 inches. So I divided that 40 inches by 6.28, the standard measurement of dividing a circumference of a flea. So that was what I did there. So now, after getting the circumference of my waist, I'll go ahead and measure the length of my skirt. Now, this length of this skirt, we have a part that is shorter and a part that is longer. So we are going to be marking the shorter part first, which is that part that is inside. Now, I'll place my tape at that my waist part, or minus my waistband of 1.5 inches. Then the length of that shorter part that is inside is 24 inches. So I'll mark it here, and I'll also go ahead and turn the other side so I can be able to take the same measurement there. So go ahead and minus your waistband of 1.5 inches and mark 24 inches as well. So after marking 24 inches, I'll go ahead and measure what I have there so that I can mark it all through. So just look at what I'm doing. I hope you understand what I did. So I marked the remaining part that was remaining so I can mark it out and have a straight line. So I'll just go ahead and place my tape and reconfirm the measurement. So I have 24 inches for the shorter part, which is that part that will be inside, and the other longer part will go out. So I have 24 inches there. So now I'll go ahead and cut it out. So just watch at what I am doing and do the same thing. So I hope you understand what I said at this point. I'm hoping that you understand what I did here. So you are cutting a flea, but this flea, you're going to be cutting it to be in a square shape. You're not going to be cutting it that round method that we are cutting. This is just a normal 360-degree flea, but you're not cutting it the round method. You're cutting it square so that it can be able to have that astromatic effect at the down part. So that I can have that astromatic effect at the down part. So I'll go ahead and notch those points. So I'll notch those 2 points, and this is what it's looking like. I'm not going to be opening this up. I'll go ahead and drop this aside and bring the Ankara fabric we are going to be using for the shorter part of the flea, that the shorter one that is on top. So I'll fold my Ankara into 4 like this. So I'll fold it into 4. What I'm going to be doing now is to bring in that first step that I have cut, and I'll place it on top of this Ankara. So I'll go ahead and place it there, so that I can cut out the waist. So just make sure that you align it very well, and so that you can get the same waist. So I'll just go ahead and mark out that waist circumference that I have on that Ankara part. So this Ankara is going to be the second layer, is going to be the first layer of the skirt, the one that is on top the crepe that you saw earlier. Now go ahead and also take the shorter part of this first layer. So I'll be minusing my waistband as well, and I'll be marking the shorter part. So the shorter part is 16 inches. Sorry, I make use of 16 inches for this first layer. So the difference between the first layer and the second layer is just a little thin. So I went ahead and marked 16 inches here also. So I repeat the same thing. I measure what that is left down so that I can be able to take it straight. So I'm just marking it, and I'll go ahead and join the lines. So you want this to be a perfect square, like you are cutting a square shape. So you want all the angles to be equal. So this is what that is there. Now I also go ahead and measure this part also. See what I'm doing. I want to have a straight line there. Then I'll go ahead and mark it there, mark it here, and also mark it there. Then I'll just draw it out and connect them together like so, and I'll be cutting it out so you can see what we are having. So this is for the first layer of the skirts, of the handkerchief skirts. So I want mine to be flare all through. Now notch those points as well. Now I'll go ahead and open this up. So I'll just go ahead and open it up and arrange that down part for you guys to see. So this is what it should look like when you open even the first one. It's just going to be looking like this. Now if you were adding a zipper allowance for yours, and you know that you make use of your waist circumference, you have to open one of these edge for you to be able to add your allowance. So now go ahead and measure that circumference for me to be sure that it's up to my hip circumference. So mine is up to my hip, and it's even more than my hip with some inches, very little inches. Then I will go ahead and drop this, and I'll be bringing the crepe fabric, that is the second layer of the skirt, and also open it up. Look at what it's looking like. You can see that shape. It's just looking like the Ankara own. You can see. So what I'll go ahead and do now is to measure the waist circumference so I can confirm what I have there. So this is it. I have the same thing, so it's more than my hip circumference. So that's, we are going to be using elastic to hold this down, so it's going to be very nice. So go ahead and open up your flare like this, making sure that the right part is facing up. Then you bring the Ankara on and place it on top, making sure that the wrong side is facing the right side of the crepe fabric, and the right side of the Ankara is facing up. I hope you understand. I'll go ahead and repeat it again. When you place your crepe, making sure that the right side of the fabric is up, then you place your Ankara fabric on top it, making sure that the wrong side of the Ankara is on top the right side of the crepe, then the right side of the Ankara is facing up. Now go ahead and pin those two parts that you notched together. That was why we notched them, so that we can align it together. So after pinning the 2 points that you notch, go ahead and pin round the skirt. You just go ahead and pin round the whole skirt, that waist part. So go ahead and hold it down with your pin, so that after you hold it down, you can take it to your sewing machine and secure it down. So this is it. You can see the combination of this fabric is very nice. I'll just go ahead and stitch it all around and bring it back. So guys, I'm done stitching it all around, and this is what it looks like at this point. Wow, this skirt is just coming out so beautiful and nice. So this is what it's looking like at this point. So I'll go ahead and measure the round of the waist circumference so that we can be able to cut out our waistband. So go ahead and measure the round of the waist circumference so that I can be able to cut out the waistband like so. So this is what it should look like. So I've measured it, and what I'm having there is 44 inches, like that extra inches that was there. Now this is our waistband. I've cut out a piece of fabric and I've ironed it out, so I fold it into two. So the width of it is 2.5 inches when it's folded into two. So we'll be using 1/2 inches to sew this to the skirt. Now I'll go ahead and measure the length. So the length is 45 inches. I'll be using the remaining 1 inches to close this up. That is half at this point and half at this other point. Go ahead and close it up like this. So I'm done closing it up, and I even went ahead to iron it out so that it will relax very well. Now the next thing we are going to be doing is to go ahead and close that part. So we'll be closing it. I'll be leaving a small opening of around 2 to 3 inches. That is where we are going to be passing our elastic into. Now this is it. This is our elastic. We want to cut out the desired length that we are going to be using. Now what you are going to be using to cut out the length of your elastic is not your hip measurement, but rather your waist measurement. Now go ahead and mark where your waist is, and go ahead and minus 4 inches from it. Minus 4 to 5 inches from it, depending on how stretchy your elastic is. So mine, I minus 4 inches from it, and this is what I have. Instead of marking 30 inches as my waist, I went ahead to cut out 26 inches. So I minus 4 inches from the 30 inches of my waist. Now guys, I'm done passing this into that waistband. I'm done passing my elastic into the waistband. Now I'll just go ahead and secure the elastic. So there are two ways to go about securing it. You can just go ahead and place each other like this and secure it, or you can go ahead and top stitch. I think I prefer the second method. I'll just go ahead and top stitch it, like placing it on top each other and stitch on it. It will eliminate all the bulkiness from it. Now this is what it's looking like, and I've also closed that part that I passed the elastic from. Now I want to go ahead and secure this elastic. I want to go and stitch on top the elastic. So at this point, you're going to be marking the inches. So you're going to be adding 2 extra stitches on this. So we'll be going to our sewing machine to do that. Let me teach you how to do that. Now, when you have marked where you're going to be marking, you're marking 0.75 depending on the wideness of your elastic. So while stitching it, you're going to be dragging that elastic so that it will rhyme. You can see what I'm doing. Drag it, be dragging it and be stitching on it. As you can see, just drag it out and stitch on it. It's very easy to do. This part is not difficult. It's not difficult. You can see I'm maintaining a straight line there. So just drag it and secure. This is the first line. So we are going to be repeating the same thing in the second part, leaving the middle part. So in case if you wanted to add a drawstring, the space in the middle will be where you'll be adding your drawstring. So you go ahead and also do the same thing. That same thing that you did in the first part, you are going to be repeating it in the second one. As you stitch, you drag it out. I hope you guys can see what I'm doing and also understand what I'm trying to explain. So if you don't understand what I'm trying to explain, please just watch it. I know this is self-explanatory. I know this particular point is self-explanatory. Just go ahead and keep dragging it and secure it. So we are done doing that. Now we are going to be going to our cutting table so that you can see the next thing we are going to be doing. See how the elastic is looking, and it's still very stretchy. Like it's still very stretchy. So guys, this is our elastic waistband. This is our waistband, I mean to say. Now the next thing for us to do is to go ahead and bring our skirts. We're going to be bringing our skirts. We're going to be bringing our skirt. Then we are going to be attaching the elastic waistband to it, so go ahead and look one point and pin it down together, and then you'll be doing that. You go ahead and take it to your sewing machine and stitch it down. So while sewing this part, you're going to be stretching it so that it can able to fit in the waist of that skirt. So you're going to be stretching it like this. So guys, I'm done adding our waistband to the skirt, and I also went ahead to hem the down part of this skirt. So I went ahead to hem the down part, and you can see it's so beautiful and nice. Guys, this skirt is so beautiful. I can't just show you guys how it's looking like this, but if you see it on me, you have seen it already in the beginning of this video. It came out so beautiful and nice. And this is our top also. So guys, I'll be posting the tutorial for this top differently because this video is already so long, so I can't post the two at the same time. So if you enjoy watching this video, do not forget to give this video a thumbs up and also share this tutorial with others. Thank you guys so much.